Hi and welcome to another episode of Sailing Melody. In today's episode we learn a bit more about Jack's amazing Cochlear implants. Melissa and Jack take down the rest of the cork insulation from the pilot house. Melissa cleans up the rust from around the window frames inside the pilot house. Melissa paints out most of the pilot house in 2-pack epoxy, and I do nothing of value whatsoever except my normal job of playing some guitar.
And I am back in the pilot house. Today I'm only here for one day. I got home from work last night and we were too tired to drive here and stay last night. So we've arrived this morning about 9:30, and we've got the day. And my task is to try and get the rest of these cork tiles off and start sanding and maybe painting. Might be a bit optimistic. Getting all the glue off on the cork tiles and stuff. I'm going to put some plastic sheeting so it can't get in the rest of the boat. Unfortunately, it's really windy and rainy today outside. You can't see because we've got the tarp over, but it's not pleasant out there. It keeps raining and it keeps blowing. So I'm going to work inside today. Right, I would just like to explain to our viewers, lots of people, a handful of people comment on the fact that Jack should be wearing ear protection.
I am deaf.
Yeah, Jack's deaf. He's profoundly deaf. He has no natural hearing. He has his cochlear implants. And if
I can just turn the volume down.
Yeah, if it all gets too much for him and gets too noisy, he just takes them off. There is nothing to protect on his ears apart from his wonderful cochlear implants.
You'd have to put a silicone case on it or something.
Yeah. I mean, we can physically protect the device, but him wearing ear defenders would be no good. If the noise gets too much for him, he just literally takes his ears off. Yeah. So we thought probably not the best lighting up here, but we thought we'd use this as an opportunity for some of our newer viewers to explain about Jack's hearing, because some people have probably seen the wonderful inventions on the side of his head. Do you want to show them, Jack? You can see them. We need to get some new stickers. Yeah. But Jack was actually a bit loud out there. Hang on. Jack was actually born profoundly deaf.
Which means I can hear like nothing.
Nothing, yeah. So
even the sound of a jumbo jet.
Yes.
Didn't even make my head turn.
So Jack failed his newborn hearing screening, where they sort of send noise into your ears to see how the brain reacts, and Jack's ears didn't actually work and they weren't reacting. So at 5 weeks he got his official diagnosis of being profoundly deaf. At 12 weeks you got your first hearing aids,
which did like nothing. And
then we found out about cochlear implants, and we started going through the long daunting process of seeing whether Jack was suitable for cochlear implants. So the family were signing with Jack at the time, basic sign because he was still very little. One of the tests was to test how much Jack could actually hear. So we all sat in a room, didn't we?
Yeah.
Can you remember?
No.
No, because you're about 15 months old.
I remember carpet. Was there a carpet in that room?
There was definitely carpet in that room. So Jack was tested to the maximum that they test to, which is 120 decibels. So we all had to wear ear defenders, and they played the noise whilst he was wearing his hearing aids, and there was no reaction. So Jack
didn't even make my head turn.
Didn't even make his head turn. So Jack has no natural hearing. So when you are how old?
17 months.
17 months. He had an 8-hour operation where they threaded electrodes into his Cochlear to stimulate the damaged hair cells which causes deafness. Then we had to wait a whole month before we could actually put your Cochlear implants on and see if the operation had worked. And then what they did over the next sort of 6 months, they tightened it up a tiny little bit every 2 weeks.
Like turn it up like 2%.
Yeah, I don't know how the percentage, but they tightened it up a little bit, and then until they got to where they felt that was the right sort of thingy. And then we had to introduce you to all new sounds, and Jack has done exceptionally well. He is a star pupil. He speaks incredibly well. Lots of hard speech therapy work. And you don't just speak English, do you?
Borda.
He also speaks Welsh. He just said good morning to you all.
Bonjour.
He doesn't speak French.
No, I only speak a little bit.
A little bit. Not yet, anyway.
No.
What language do you want to learn next? So you can do a little bit of sign language. We all need to improve on that, don't we? Jack?
Yeah.
Yeah. Obviously, we've been very fortunate. Jack can talk exceptionally well, and he lip reads exceptionally well. But our sign language skills are poor, aren't they? We know a little bit, you know, we can have a very small conversation about strawberries. But sign language is something that we're going to be working on before we actually go sailing, because we think it's imperative. There's going to be times when we're out on the deck or out in the cockpit and the weather's terrible.
Saying, what do you want on your toast?
Yeah, the weather's terrible or it's really windy. Sign language is going to be a really useful tool, so we're working on that. But what language do you want to learn next, Jack?
German.
German. Okay.
Spanish.
What you want to?
Spanish, because quite a bit of languages.
Yeah. Well, we'd like to know. We'd like to know what you think. What would be the next language that Jack should learn and we should learn as a family? I'm getting bored now. I hate cork tiles. I'm using this beast, which is helping, but it's long.
Long and slow.
Long and slow. There's lots of glue.
Too much glue.
Well, no, I think they used the right amount.
There's enough glue on it.
No, I think they used the right amount for the job.
It doesn't look like it. Oh, it doesn't.
But it is coming off. I had sprayed some stuff in there too. We'll spray some more and come back with new bits for the impact driver next time. It's really annoying. I'm really annoyed. I wanted to get these off. But without the bits for the impact driver, also probably need to do it on a day that I can take the tarp off, because as you can see I'm limited for headroom. Feeling defeated. Well, that was a massive fail. I've gone along and sprayed it with more PB Blaster stuff, so hopefully next time I can come back with a new impact driver bit. The bits that go into the impact driver, we seem to go through the flathead ones like no tomorrow. So I need to get some more of those, and hopefully next time I can get the main sheet track off. That has put a stop. I was hoping to take off all the deck fittings on the coach roof today, on the pilot house today, sorry. But to be honest, it's too windy, fighting with the tarpaulin, and really it needs to come off for that job, so I've got more sort of space to swing the hammer about on the impact driver, so maybe next weekend. Right, I have managed to mostly get the majority of the rest off these window frames. I don't know if you can see. It's hard to film the windows just because of the light, but these were pretty rough on the bottom. I've managed to get most of the Sikaflex, whatever they've used, around the window frames off and out, so we can re-sicker those, clean them up, repaint. Still a bit more work to do, but they're looking much better. I've done 2 and taken off all the tiles around them, but there are still more tiles and lots of grime. You alright?
No.
You okay?
Yeah.
What are you doing?
Still work.
What are you making? Show me. Not finished yet. Awesome. Another day.
Well, not actually another day.
It was a whole day. Finished up for today. Jack's been helpful, tidying up and helping a bit. He's also
myself in the sink.
sticking himself in the sink, yeah. He's also done some schoolwork. But this is what we've done today. Want to show?
Okay.
So, yeah. Nearly all the cork tiles are gone. Nearly.
Apart from that one.
Yes, let's not point out everything that Mummy's missed. But I've cleaned up 3 of the windows, taken the Sikaflex out and most of the rust off.
What's this? Oh, is that where it's been welded?
That's the weld, yeah. Which is good. I'm really happy with that. So, what I'm going to be doing is sanding and painting the pilot house. If it stops raining, then hopefully I will get back on the pilot house roof and start taking things off. But currently the weather's a bit hit and miss, so we're going to be working inside and just cleaning this up and getting it ready to put insulation up and new panels up. Working above your head is not fun. It's dirty and dusty and disgusting. Right. Right. Don't worry, don't worry. I have had enough for today. I have not filmed any of this because it's been pretty boring, but I've sanded all of the ceiling, most of it, still needs a bit more tomorrow, most of round the windows. Once again, need to do a bit more tomorrow, but I'm done. The place is an absolute mess. I'm an absolute mess. I can't wait for a shower. So I'm going to tidy up. Jack's just arrived, so he's going to help me tidy up. And then we're going to go and have some dinner. The dust. And the progress. We've got dust sheet up here.
Hello.
And a Jack.
I'm not going to jump because I'll probably hit my head on that.
Yeah, don't jump. Here we go again. Sunday. I think we're getting close to painting, which is quite exciting. I've got about probably an hour's left of sanding and prepping or so. And then a big clean up again. And then painting, which I'm looking forward to. So Jack just did a big sigh about the cleanup. Hopefully there won't be as much dust and mess as I made yesterday, because there's only a little bit of sanding. I've done all the ceiling, which is the main thing. That was the hardest bit. My arms ache this morning. But everything, all the tiles and glue and everything are off the ceiling. So that's good. They're all done. So it's just the walls that I'm finishing today. So let's go. Right, time for the mass cleanup. I think I've done all the prepping I can. I'm going to have to leave this window because we're going to have to take it out, unfortunately. There's a little area where it's rusted through, so the window's going to have to come out for a bit of welding. So I'm not going to paint around there, but everywhere else is ready. So I'm feeling a little bit apprehensive about getting some paint on, but I'm excited. So I'm going to clean up and then we will get painting. Right, that's the end of the day.
Yay.
We have grey ceilings in most places. Got a tin of coffee holding up the hatch.
What, we're just going to turn this into a battleship or something?
Yeah, it kind of looks like a battleship at the moment.
Battleship wood in it.
But the paint's dry, so Jack has come up and he is teak oiling just to make this wood look a bit nicer.
Like this bit.
Yeah. Pardon?
Nothing. Just talking about that. Still looks nice.
Yeah.
I want this boat to be shiny.
It's not the neatest paint job. and there's still some bits to do where we've got to do the electrics and stuff.
Still quite late.
But at the end of the day, it's all going to be covered up, and it's just protecting the metal a bit longer. Got to do around the windows and stuff again. But yeah, I'm pretty happy. It's taken a good few days to get those cork tiles off, and I was glad to sand and get the last one off. Yeah, right, so still need to do around the hatches. I didn't paint those or spend too much time sanding them. I've got to pin up some plastic and do that from the outside because I need the needle gun in there because there's quite a lot of rust. So that's why I haven't done those. But we are done. We look like the inside of a battleship. But, you know, the first coat of paint's on, so that's great.